Good morning, friends. This morning I am going to narrate a small story which has the theme that kindness breeds kindness. An act of kindness, you know, disseminates kindness. There lived, an old clockmaker in a mountain village. The villagers were very happy with his repair work. He often repaired the clock very nicely and he had a very good technique. He had a very good technique of repairing the clock. So the clock maker often sit in his workshop, and in his workshop on his work table he kept a heavy iron, bell. But whenever the children visited his shop, they asked, "Did this bell ever ring?" He said, "Yes, it rang only when someone told the truth." So they laughed and they said that, "Oh, well, it is a silent bell." So the bell was known as a silent bell. The clockmaker, enjoyed a very simple life. The villagers were very happy with their, farming and all that, and they lived in the lap of nature because the village was amidst the mountain. It was a mountain village. The beauty of the earth always charmed them. The beauty of the mountain poured on them the natural, peace and calm. They lived very happily. But once a very rich and proud merchant visited the village. He had a plan of buying the entire lands of the villagers and make a stone palace over there. So he entered the village and called all the villagers. He told a lie. He told them that their lands would no longer grow crops. They would get into sour. They have lost their fertility. So you should sell it. Otherwise, you all would repent. He befooled the farmers. That was a white lie. There was nothing truth in that. But the merchant was very selfish and he just wanted that the entire land that the villagers had would be purchased on a very, cheap cost, and he would make a beautiful stone palace over there. Meanwhile, he went to the clockmaker's workshop. He sat over there. He saw the clockmaker working very sincerely. There was an old but beautiful, wooden bird created by the clockmaker, and it was kept on the table. He just told the clockmaker, "Why don't you give it to someone? It is now old." The clockmaker, smiled. Meanwhile, in front of him, a poor boy who was an orphan came to the shop and he asked for a toy. The clockmaker was very kind enough and he gave away that wooden bird to the orphan boy, and the boy was delighted. Having seen this act of kindness, the you know the merchant had the feeling of empathy and kindness towards the villagers. The in the sense of kindness entered into his heart and he underwent a reformation. His heart got reformed suddenly and he realized his mistake. He just thought that a poor clockmaker was so kind to give away the wooden bird to the orphan and didn't even take a coin from him. So what I'm going to do with the villagers, I'm going to befool them and I'm going to snatch their livelihood. So he just told and assembled with the villagers and he told that, "I have come to confess something. I told you the lie. Your lands are well fertile and you need not worry about it. I'm not going to buy your lands because they are the only means of livelihood. Please forgive me. I just want to tell you that I had told a lie just for my own sake, but now I realize that your happiness, sharing your happiness, is the only thing that can give me the forgiveness. So forgive me for telling lie and enjoy your life as you are enjoying. So what does this story actually suggest? That one act of kindness, get disseminated to others, and this dissemination spreads like fragrance. So if you show one act of kindness to someone, it will spread a number of acts of kindness to others, and the people realize that kindness is very, very, it is a god gifted, I mean, quality. We should always believe in sharing and showing empathy to others, and that is the reason why the merchant, changed his mind about buying the land of the villagers, and he decided to tell the truth. He confessed his mistake. Confess your guilt before the people. There is nothing wrong in confessing. Confessing the guilt makes you realize that you are a good human being. Those who confess their guilt, those who realize their mistake, they are not undignified, they are dignified. So we should always believe that act of kindness breed another act of kindness, and we should always exhibit act of kindness, because it is the only gift that can really bring togetherness and a kind of uh, good atmosphere among the people. The people nowadays, as we see that people nowadays are growing selfish. So selfishness will root away our understanding, our feeling. So we have to keep our feelings of love and togetherness by exhibiting acts of kindness, and that is what the story also exhibited. Thank you. Have a nice morning. This is Easy English by Eddie Singh, and I'm the anchor, Eddie Singh, on this channel Easy English. Please like and subscribe. This Easy English is a channel which is catering to the needs of providing all kinds of contents useful and productive for learning spoken and written English. Thank you. Have a nice morning.